Hi everyone. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to onboard residents. So let's get started. So from the from the manager home screen on the web dashboard, you'll want to navigate to the residents section. Now, once you're here, there's three ways that you can onboard residents. You can either simply let your residents know that you have registered your HOA on HOA Messenger and have them onboard themselves, where the resident information would be added by each individual resident during the registration process, and then you as a manager would verify that information once their registration process is complete. Or you can add your resident contact information ahead of time and utilize HOA Messenger's administrative tools without even using the resident portal. So if you just want to use the violation feature, the broadcast messaging feature, or just any of the other features, and you don't need residents to be able to log in to their portal, then you can just upload their resident information and leave them as unregistered. Or you can add your residents' contact information ahead of time and allow residents to register and access their resident portals. That way, it makes the registration process on their end a little easier, because if they use the same email address that you uploaded, then some of their information is pre-populated and they don't need to manually input it themselves. So let's show you what this process looks like. So get started by adding contacts under unregistered residents. And just FYI, unregistered residents used to be called non-app residents. We recently changed that with the addition of the web portal. Now here's the spreadsheet that you can use to onboard, to upload residents' info. You'll need to enter the resident details on this sheet. The required info you'll need at a minimum is the first name, last name, street address, city, state, and zip code. Email and cell phone number is optional. If you can get the email, like I said earlier, it makes the onboarding process a little bit easier when residents are registering. So once you click save on the spreadsheet, their information will appear in the unregistered section. So resident information that's manually input will appear in the unregistered resident section, again, formerly known as non-app residents. Keep in mind that as a manager, you can still utilize HOA Messenger's features even if your HOA residents are not registered, meaning they do not want to download the mobile app or log in using the web portal, or you as a manager just don't want to utilize that feature at all. So if that's the case, then you're done inputting resident information. However, we feel that residents who do register will have the best experience, so we're going to show you what the registration process looks like next. Also, if you want to include unregistered residents in communications like broadcast messages, calendar updates, or documents that are uploaded, if you want them to receive that information via email using the emails that you added manually, then you can click this toggle to yes, and they will receive that information via email. So going back to the home screen of the manager section, there's the invitation section. Now, just to kind of back up a little bit, you can utilize this section without even touching the resident section at all. If you just have a list of emails that you want to send invitations to and let residents onboard themselves, you can jump straight to this process. Just to let you know, it's not required to upload residents' information ahead of time. So we're going to show you what the email invitation process looks like. So once you click on email, you'll just want to confirm the name of the HOA that you're sending these invitations to. And then you'll want to copy and paste the list of emails in this section. Just FYI, when you first get to this section, it is blank. In this example, we've pre-populated the emails just for reference purposes. So once you've done that, click Send Invites. And then this is just a quick example of what the email invitation looks like. They will be provided with, the name, your name as whatever the manager's name is. It'll let them know they've been invited to join HOA Messenger, and then they'll be able to go directly to the mobile app link if they have an Apple phone and they want to register using the mobile app. They could click on the App Store link. Same thing if they have an Android phone, they can click on the Android link, which will take them directly to the HOA Messenger mobile app page in the respective app stores. Or if you're a premium HOA subscriber, then the resident will also have the option to register using the website. So we're going to show you both examples of residents registering using the mobile app and the web portal. So just this is what the first screen looks like after a resident has downloaded the mobile app. And to register, they will click on resident first. Then they will enter their email address and create a unique password. If you have preloaded the resident emails and the resident uses the same email to register, then the next step is easier. However, residents can register with a different email, and we will explain that process as well. So after they've entered their email and created a password, they'll click Create Account. Now, the resident will then search for their HOA with its zip code. This zip code will be the same zip code that you used to register the HOA with. And then once they enter that zip code, they'll click Search by Zip Code. And then every HOA registered in that zip code will be listed on the next screen. In this example, Valley View HOA is the correct one. So the user will tap on that. Now, in this example, the resident used the same email that had been preloaded by the manager. Because of that, the resident details will already appear. If the resident used a different email, then this form will be blank, and the resident will have to complete the form manually. So that's what we're saying. It makes this process a little easier. It makes the registration process a little bit easier because they could just go down here and click Save Profile. Now, this is what it looks like if a resident is registering on the website. It's very similar. The resident will enter their email, password, click Continue. Similarly, enter the zip code, find the HOA. Their information is pre-populated if they use the same email. And they'll click Continue. And then now that gets them into the web portal. Now going forward, just pause for a bit. Once they've registered, they will now be able to log in on the mobile app or the web portal using the same email and the same password they just used to create or to register their account. There is one more step, however. When they first register, they will have limited access. But to get full access, you will need to verify them. So let me show you how to do that. So going back to the manager home screen on the web dashboard, this new resident who just registered will appear. And in order to verify them, you'll just need to click on the check mark. And once you've done that, that resident will now appear as registered, and because they use the same email that you had preloaded, they automatically are merged with the unregistered resident, and John Smith here is no longer listed as an unregistered resident. So let us show you what it looks like when a resident uses a different email to register, or if you never uploaded any information ahead of time, or if the resident used a different email than the one you used when you were adding their contacts. So as you'll see here, Sarah Brown, she's listed as an unregistered resident, again, formerly known as non-app residents. And then Sarah goes to register, and the registration process looks very similar for the mobile app and the web app. So just for this example, we're going to show the web portal registration, but as you saw, it's very similar. So she enters an email and creates a password. She finds the HOA. Now, this is where it's a little different. When she gets to this page, the information will be blank. This form will be blank, and she needs to add the information manually and then click continue. So once she does that, you'll see that she is still listed as an unregistered resident because there was no email. The same email is not used, so we couldn't link them automatically. And so you'll see she's unregistered, and then her information is listed up here in the registered resident list. And so you'll need to merge Sarah with her unregistered profile. So to do that, you just click on the check mark and then click edit. Then you'll have an opportunity to just double check the information she used to register to make sure if you need to make adjustments, you can. And then once you do that, you just click merge. Then this pop-up will have a list of all unregistered residents, and you will find Sarah. Click on the icon next to her name. Once you do that, you click merge. And then now you'll see that Sarah's information is no longer down here on the unregistered list, and it is exclusively up on the registered list so that you will not have duplicate information. This is an important point because if you have duplicate information, it could cause problems. So just want to make sure that that process is clear. So, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. We have a chat line on the bottom right hand of our application, both web and mobile. So please feel free to reach out if you have any questions, and we will help you out.